name is Caitlin. I am just popping on here to kind of give you a little bit of a tutorial of everything that I have learned through poking around on COO. And everything else like that, just kind of giving you a rundown because some of you are confused on how to place orders and how to input people, not place orders, sorry. How to input people's orders into the my parties link, sorry. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I've kind of discovered through looking through all of that. And then hopefully this will help some of you. So I will share my screen. 1 second. Okay, so of course you'll go to the COO here and you'll click sign in. And then this will bring you to the launch page here. So then you'll go to my business, my parties. And this is where you're going to create your new party. So I'll just create my party. So then of course you do party, either you're hosting or you will add the hostess or find the hostess, and that's where you'll add that. So if you need to add the hostess, you'll go here and you'll type in their information. So I'm gonna do I'm hosting. Event name, I'll do then you'll pick your date and then your time. So typically majority of my parties I have start at 6 p.m. Demo starts at 6:30. And then I like to go until about 9 o'clock. You can go back in and you can change this timing here. And then of course you'll enter in your addresses if it's something different, like if you have a different hostess. I'm just doing myself for my February orders. So then you'll go into manage party. So then this is where you can edit your event information here. Okay, there's your shopping link. So sorry about my nose running. And then this will be your hostess details here. I point like you guys can see. Sorry. So this is where you'll change your hostess information, and also if you are going to do where you have 2 hostesses, that's where you'll input that information as well. And then what I do is I bring my computer with me, and I have literally this set up with my blank order forms to the side of me as well. Just until all the kinks get worked out, I'm just doing a little bit extra due diligence. But you have somebody come into your room where you have all the connection cards. What you're going to do is you are going to put in their email address. And that's where you'll put in their last name, phone number, and then you'll add. So then that'll show up as guest. The nice thing is if you type their email address in here, if you need to send them a quick email for any reason, you can just click that and that'll bring up whatever you're using for a format. So like for me, it would bring up my Gmail. So then when they come into the shopping room, you're gonna hit order. And sometimes this does take a little bit, and I will say it's slower. That's why I also have my order forms, as well as to double check that the math is correct. So this gives you the options to click in here, interested in becoming a consultant, interested in hosting a party. You can either select both or not select any. Oh, of course it's gonna freeze on me. There we go. And then when you click interested in hosting a party, you can actually lock in your date right there. And what it should do, sometimes it does it for me, sometimes it doesn't. So I think that's just the website working out the glitches. What it should do is that should actually add that right into your My Parties. That's the cool thing. You don't have to go in and create My Parties or nothing. You just select your date. So let's say she wanted a date in April. Let's say she wanted April 17th, okay? You can save that, but not only that, this should, now don't quote me because I haven't got confirmation 100% yet on this, but this should shoot her an email confirming that party date. So this is where you can change and cancel. So then this is where you're gonna add in different products, whatever she wants. So let's say she wants an amp. This is where the portion takes a little bit because the website is thinking. So I believe we got, yeah. So then this is where you can change your quantity too, and you'll just add that in, obviously. And it's thinking, you can tell. This is where I take the opportunity to write those items down onto the paper form, just so that I have backup. Like I said, I like to be more covered than not enough. And then let's say she wants between the sheets and flirt. She's gonna order all the things. Not really, but we'll pretend. Then this should pop up a window as well. Between the sheets, add in. And then you can do a product search too if you want to. You don't have to do it by the catalog. So if she's got her wish list written down, let's say she wants coochie. So this actually brings up all the coochie, and I actually use this as a tool for myself too, when they say, oh, well, what scents do you have? And if you're kind of sometimes spacey, like I am, or you forget, or whatever, this actually will bring up all of the coochie, which Sweet Fantasy, what is that? If that's real, I hope it is coming back. Let's see. And then you can just input the quantity there. And the cool thing is this does give you what the current product status is, which is very nice. I love that feature. So let's see. Sweet Fantasy is there. Y'all, I think we're getting Sweet Fantasy back. Okay. And then let's say she wants a toy like Twilight Mode. And then here you can see too, for the lingerie, it gives you the different sizes to select. And we'll add that. And then, I'll do a backward item just so you can kind of see how that looks. So sorry. See, so this is where it's kind of slow, but then I use that as the opportunity to build my relationship with who is in there and ask those questions and everything. We'll do the massage melt. So Healy massage melt, let's say they want one. That's where I ask those questions. I ask if they want to have a party. I'll look at my calendar, and that's the opportunity with how this is going slow. Okay, so it says it's available. It's not on back order anymore. But then some of you are asking, okay, well, I have to discount something or whatever else. So let's say one of her items I gave her was a free coochie. So you'll just click this $sign. It's kind of the way that the app used to be, Peer Sale, that we're not using anymore, but it's kind of like that, the way you use that. So you'll click that money button, and then you can select your override action. So you can set the price to 20, or you can do it at a discount price. So let's say, and this is where you'll select dollar amount or percentage amount. So if you wanted to do dollar amount, and let's say you wanted to give her $5 off, that'll bring that down to 15. Let's say you wanted to do a percentage, that's 5%. So let's say you get 15% off one liquid item. So that's where that is. This is where you can write the override reason. This did let me type this before, so this might be something that's in the works or what have you. That's really weird. I'll have to look into that and give updates on that. But like for me, if I gave away an item for booty or bust, or let's say, you know, for example, a product tester of mine, she wanted the Healy massage melt. She's been waiting over a month for that item. And so I gave her the option, since there was an update that it was going to take a little bit longer, there was an option to select something different. But what I'm going to do is, because she waited so long, A, but B, she's still interested in getting that massage melt, I'm going to give her 15% off the massage melt. So, and I'm just doing that because she did wait so long, and I really appreciate it, and I still want her to get that opportunity. So you can do what y'all want, but so I would just click that dollar button. And again, it does take a little bit. So discount price, I'm going to give her 15% off. And then I would write in there honoring whatever, whatever. Then you'll press OK. And then we'll be talking. If I'm in the room with somebody, in the shopping room with somebody, we'll be talking and building that conversation. So then you'll see here how much it discounted it dollar amount wise and the subtotal. And if you need to delete anything, obviously that's where you'll delete those items and all the fun things. So then you'll come down here, and then here is the, I'll go back up here. So let's say you're like, oops, I accidentally hit 2 and she wanted 1. Then you'll just hit this update cart, and then it'll just update it for you. So that's super simple. This is gonna refresh here, so just bear with me. So then you'll come down here, verify the shipping information here. Shipping cost, if you needed to change it at all, you could. So like when I first started using this, this was still at $7. I did update that to $8, so I just clicked on here and put $8. Then you have, okay, this is what your balance is. And like I said, I still have my paper form. I'm still doing my hand math by hand and all of those things, just because I want to make sure that it's correct, because let's be honest, technology doesn't always work sometimes. And sometimes it's not always accurate. So I just want 110% make sure, but I'm that type of person. I just overdo it, I guess. So then this is where you'll select cash at party, check at party, credit card at party. So then you'll add in their payment if they have a credit card, and then it'll refresh here in a second. So if you want to notate any comments, so like let's say she paid part cash and then she wanted to put the rest on her card, it'll notate that in there. That'll show the 2 different payments that you take if you input that. But then I could put a note in here, paid cash for da 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 da. Or let's say she was like, oh, I needed to order a coochie for my mom, so I'm just paying it for her, or paying for it for her. You can put in here, Sweet Fantasy Coochie was for mother, dash dash, may not be interested in coochie, if you're going to be suggesting things in the future. So then you'll click add payment, and then that'll refresh. And then you'll notice that you don't get that warning sign anymore. It'll pop you down at the bottom. And of course it's going to say not processed, just because you're not running it through the website itself. You're running it through Square or Venmo or whatever you guys are doing. You can remove the amount if you accidentally screwed up. That's not a big deal. So then you got your product subtotal and all of that. So then complete order. And then this should bring you back to that party screen. It'll load. Order successful for your customer. That's your order number. Okay. And then this will pop you back into that screen. So then, of course, you'll have your list of all of your guests here and everything else like that. This is where you can email them your invoice or print them their invoice, which is super handy because you had already put that email in when you were right up here. So you'll just click that invoice button to email it, and then it'll pop that on over to them, which is super nice. Then this is where I think is the cool thing. So this will show you if you have any back ordered quantities, but not only that, this will tell you what your most popular item was. And if you press these down, it'll say who purchased that item. I think that's the bee's knees. And if something changes, let's say something changes and one of your items is back ordered, you can change that and you can save it into the back ordered quantity. So that's super nice. And then I think this is really cool, and this is where I nerd out. So this is going to tell you the guest, the product retail, the discounts that you may have given and the amount, and then the guest cost. This is going to show your hostess total, and then this is going to show your product retail, okay? Net profit, duration of hours, total profit per hour, party profit percentage. You guys, literally, I tried this out at one of my parties, and literally they were so fascinated, and this right here built the value of how easy it is to make money, and then them seeing how this breaks it down, they were like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. And I was like, I know there's been a couple people that have said that this is not 110% accurate. That I don't know. I haven't looked into that because everybody calculates it differently and all of those things. But I just like to use this as a value to build a value to the individuals that are thinking about becoming consultants. And then this is where you can put in your notes like Steph, let's just jokingly, Steph was a heckler, or this was a really great party will probably be great party will or / would like to rebook same time next year. But you'll also put that in your notes and all of those things. But then the cool part is so then you're like, okay, well, how do I figure out my hostess portion? You'll go to order, and I don't know if Stephanie's that fake order was large enough, but we'll see. But as you're doing your hostess order, scroll down here. This shows you the discounts and specials, $25, $57, and free dollars. So instead of adding the items up here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna search for that product down here. So this is where you'll enter in, let's do Body Boost, because I believe that's over the amount. So then this will show you, okay, it's $34, but she only has 25, I only have 25, 57 and free dollars. But then this will show you, okay, their total afterwards is $8.44. This is where you can ship to, you can do consolidated. I believe that's where all the products get sent to the hostess. If you don't have all the products on hand, I'm not entirely sure on that. So then this shows you, okay, they owe $8.90. So that would be the product subtotal, there's her hostess credit, subtotal, there's my tax, and that brings me to $8.90. Now this, notice how that box went away of what item to add there. This is where you're gonna add in all your regular stuff afterwards. Isn't that so cool? So that's kind of a rundown of the COO in the back office. And then, of course, we'll finish this out here. I'm going to do to yourself, and then I'm going to say I gave myself cash, add payment. Oh, there's my shipping too. I forgot about that. So $17.34 was my total. No payment option selected. I selected cash at a party. Let's see. Okay. So then this is where you're going to put in, sometimes depending on how large the total is I like to put in here, because again, I'm just extra. It is what it is. Paid with $20, gave, math is hard. $266 in change. Again, you don't have to. I'm just extra. I mean, I just like to know to see what people commonly pay with. And then there's a reference there. And then it does do the next order, but then you can hit submit. And then this should, there we go. This just gives you your order billing summary. And then it tells you who the guest is, the reference, if you had any notes in there, and all of those fun things. And then you hit submit again. Now this doesn't, and there you go. So then that shows the hostess's, the hostess's order. This isn't going to, so if you put in there, like an item you don't have, so let's say I don't have the Twilight Moon, okay? This isn't going to order that for you, okay? You have to go into orders and then place regular orders, okay? So, and you can adjust the time for event time ending if it ends a lot sooner. That's going to change those numbers down here. Total profit per hour, $33.03. So per profit percentage, 33.03. So that was that would have been my net profits that I made. Again, some people have said that this party profit summary is not accurate. I really haven't looked into that, just because I still need to get a little bit of a refresher on how Nina breaks everything down and how she does everything. But the cool part is, I think my customer orders, I believe. No, that's not it. Okay, anyways, so that's where you'll go in, and then if we go to my parties, we'll see if it worked. Notice how Stephanie's parties already popped in here. You guys, when you're booking parties at parties, this is literally the bee's knees. This is, I'm obsessed with it because it literally does the work for you. And then this shows here that this order was closed, so that's done. Where these ones were left open, so if people were to click on that party link, they could still order and that hostess could still get those credits. So just make sure that you make sure that this status is closed so that nobody can click on that link anymore and try to order. But notice how Stephanie's party's already in there. If you click on there, it's already going to say the start date, and then you'll just have to change the time and update the address, which you would put that in anyways. Already created a party link for her, you guys. Like, it literally takes the work out for you. And then this is again where you can add your hostess's details, and there you go. It is so simple and so easy, and they literally made this so efficient for us. So I do hope that all of this did help for you guys, and help some of you that just need a little bit of a refresher or maybe a walkthrough. Again, the system is still new, so I'm sure they're still working through the kinks and everything. Again, I'm going to check into that party profit summary to see how accurate that really is. I'm going with it. I'm still using that to build the value to individuals that want to sign up as consultants. So just keep posted on updates on that. Other than that, have a good one, guys.